me hypo, and I'm like, welcome to Comics League Movie Night. I am Jared. I'm here with Teladia. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, everyone?
And the biggest Lois Lane lover around, Robert. What's up, brother?
Hey, bro, I'm proud of it.
Okay, we're all we all are pro.
Did you just say wait? Did you just say we're all proud of it? Because you literally said that.
They say we.
No, no. He said and proud of it.
No, you said you just
no,
said
no. I said it's okay to be proud of like stuff that isn't as popular. Anyway, I'm looking. Hey, what's up, Cameron? So today we're talking about Aquaman, which was the movie that surprised everyone with how good it is. That's the funny part about it. Because again, granted, Justice League helped, but previous to this, Aquaman was seen as like the joke character that talks to fish.
Even when okay, here's the funny thing that happened. All right, Aquaman became the joke for the longest time. Super Friends did not help. Then Peter David and his brief appearance on Justice League started to fix it. And you know what did torpedo that?
What?
Entourage.
Oh, yeah, when they made the Aquaman jokes.
They were not just a joke, it was a plot line.
Okay.
But then, before this movie, what started fixing it? Well, Jeff Johns, of course, but also Batman Brave and the Bold. Outrageous.
Okay.
That helped. They didn't
then,
make him a joke, but they made him so over the top.
And then again, it doesn't hurt that you also have Jason Momoa as one of those manly men around. Well, now he's playing Lobo, but it's like, but it's like so with this. So you had the movie coming out, and here's the interesting thing about it. One of the things that this movie gets so right is like how grand scale and epic it is. It's when you think about it, this is just another King Arthur story. Because it's like the Trident is like Excalibur and such.
The cast is great, despite Amber Heard.
Let's before all that stuff. So we're just
gonna. No, I agree. This is why I was so saying. Even when all that stuff went down, I still said, it still doesn't hurt the movie. Because she's not bad at it. In fact, I liked her in it. I liked her. Yeah, exactly. She was good as Mira. I love where we're like they're going into her little ship, and Aquaman goes, "It smells like pee in there," and then it's no, actually, she goes, "So that ship's been marinating in chum for like an hour. It's gonna smell like death." And she goes, "Well, that would be an improvement." I love that. But yeah, so Teladia, I'll start with you. Your thoughts on Aquaman?
Well, Aquaman was a brilliant film, and honestly, from start to finish, it takes place in the same. I personally classify this. I think it's part of the Snyderverse.
Yeah,
right?
It is.
And it takes place after the events of Justice League. And honestly, I love the cast, love the action scene. I loved Queen. What's her name?
The Queen, its mother.
Yeah, Aquaman's mom. Like I liked her. I liked how she, took out these guards when, while baby Aquaman was still in his diapers, as they say.
Baby Aquaman, I love that.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it PG here. Okay,
I appreciate that.
I'm trying to keep it PG. So he was beating them, took them out.
Atlanta.
That's the name, Atlanta. Yes, thank you. So Queen Atlanta. So it was like really cool to see that. And then, fast forward time, and Arthur using his hand to reach out to the fish, and the fish, all the fish come to approaches him at the aquarium, and I'm just like, wow. So
yeah, exactly.
So I think this. Sorry, I was going to say that this film was like up there, and then when it gets further along, him training with Vulko and all of that was pretty cool. And then when he got to the end, it was like, yeah, I could see this being like a really top-notch film, and it definitely did. And that's why it made $1 billion, because of the fact it was a top-notch film.
Just think, an Aquaman movie made $1 billion. That's got to be the biggest like fu to everyone that says no one cares about Aquaman, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like again, it's like, and it says in the DC documentary when they talked about Aquaman, it's like Jeff Johns was like, yeah, if you actually do something with characters that if you take characters that maybe people don't necessarily care about and you put a good writer on them, most of the time you can rehabilitate characters unless they're I'm only kidding. But the thing that I really dig about this is the other thing is like some people have brought up about how Jason Momoa is basically just playing Jason Momoa in this, but I think that kind of helps the movie because Aquaman's such charisma in there where he's like, yeah.
Now that like I said, I do think that's a little bit maybe not intentional, but it is parallel to the Brave and the Bold version.
Well, yeah, and it's like even in Justice League, he was doing this.
My man.
That was the one line. So when I was re-watching them, when I first watched the Snyder Cut with a buddy of mine, when that scene came on, we we're like, please say my man, please say my man, please say my man. There was like, my man. It was like, yes, there you go.
By the way, was my thoughts on the movie?
Yeah, go ahead.
I really enjoyed it. In fact, I'll be honest, it goes back and forth with Wonder Woman, my favorite DCEU movie.
Yeah, it's kind of up there, isn't it?
Yep, and I'll tell you this. Nicole Kidman as Atlanta is always the highlight for me.
Yeah, she was really good as the queen. I really did that.
And also, you see about this is the one version of Aquaman where his mother was there for a lot more than just gave birth by.
Because doesn't his mom die in the actual lore?
Die or abducted.
Okay, that makes sense. I
in
think
fact, it wasn't until the New 52 that they brought her back.
Okay, yeah,
I think.
Exactly.
And then turned out, you want to know when they killed her? Off screen during the Green Arrow crossover.
Okay, I see.
And I don't know if that, but given how time was altered and everything, I don't know how much of that's canon. Just according to everywhere else, it says that's when she died.
Yeah. The other thing that really works for this movie is because it's so generally references Justice League, it slots in with both versions of Justice League.
Yep.
It's like, remember when I fought Steppenwolf? I mean, except for the fact that Mira has an American accent in this. But That's beyond the point. But it's like the point. The point is like, short of that, it's like, okay, I can like for the most part translate over. That it's fine. That it's continuity errors in anything. But it's like, so the basic plot is Aquaman is essentially a drifter, and he teams up with, and he's the son of Boba Fett. I'm only kidding. I had to. But also, Tamara Morrison, pretty good role as Aquaman's father.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, okay, I really.
I have to wonder, is he as tall as Kidman, or did they have to alter? Because she's freaking tall,
Oh really? Yeah.
She is one of the tallest actresses.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. But so
it's mostly in the legs.
And so the basic plot of the movie is Orm Ocean Master is trying to like manipulate a war between the surface world and like Atlantis, because he essentially sees the surface world doing all the global warming stuff and sees it as a threat to Atlantis. So he wants like a first strike. But NJ says this movie, the same as Wonder Woman, didn't do anything with them despite their greater success. And then I think special for them in comics or animation, this proved they only care about Batman.
No. They did that WB cartoon. Or
that no one cares about. That's
true,
the other thing.
But that was still something.
And NJ, they gave Aquaman like one of the DCEU movies, because that's pretty. Throne of Atlantis is pretty much the Aquaman movie.
Yep, you have that. You had a lot of times he gets events tied into it. You had like both
Drowner
and you had the twice with Justice League.
Yeah, exactly.
And with Scott.
Yeah, so they give a lot to Aquaman, I will say. But it's like, so essentially, and currently Orm is the king of Atlantis. So Mera and Vulko's plan is Aquaman animated series or game. No, they didn't. An animated series or a game is not everything, NJ.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
I just want to say, I was going to tell you that right there. But anyway.
By the way, I just want to show quickly just how badass Atlanta looks like in the comics, just for anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah, go ahead. But yeah, so the plan is they want
look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Look at that.
You know what? I want to see her and Hippolyta throw down.
Oh yeah, that would be dope.
The battle of the royal moms.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine absolute Aquaman?
Oh yeah, that would be.
I'm so curious what they're gonna do.
I would love if absolute Aquaman has 2 water hands.
No, it would be a fish.
Nah, no, too goofy, too goofy.
Yeah, I would say I think more hardcore because that's kind of what the absolute universe is.
I mean, at least you made Joker a lizard. Come on.
But we don't know. Well, to be fair, we did see him as a human earlier, so.
Well, here's the thing: he was in a skin suit made up of babies. So it could be that was covering his lizardness.
Mm-hmm.
But I know, Teladia, I looked at that and I go, okay. So, after seeing the design for Absolute Killer Croc, I was like, all right, that tracks with this universe. But anyway, so the idea is that there's this trident that's basically it's the golden trident, and it's essentially Excalibur. And if you have this trident, the people will recognize you as the king. So first Arthur has the idea that I'm gonna fight Orm in his element and like essentially like beat the crap out of him to depose him.
Mm-hmm.
And then they end up going to I think it was Greece, and because they're trying to find the location to like essentially where the train is because it's lost. So they end up going to the Bermuda Triangle, and this is where you get one of the really amazing parts of the movie. It's the trench scene.
Mm-hmm.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, Robert, but at this point the trench had just been created.
Relatively,
it wasn't Jeff Johns, right?
Juan wanted to make a trench movie.
Honestly, I could see that whole scene sold me on James Wan making a trench movie.
Yeah, but here's the problem with the trench movie is unless you're treating it like a Gremlins or type of thing, where it's more or a Piranha type thing, there isn't much to do with a trench movie.
It would have been one thing if you had like an Aquaman versus the trench movie.
Oh yeah, but no, that's not what he wanted. He wanted solely the trench.
I was going to say one thing. I'm going to ask Jared, why haven't you got your trident in your hand right now?
That's a good.
Yeah, good question.
A good point. All right.
We're seeing it in the background.
All right, there you go. It being in the background is not enough. I got it.
You said it like.
Yeah, exactly. I am the king of Atlantis.
No, you're king of the channel.
Oh yeah, I am the Lord of Comics.
Put yourself in the middle. Put yourself in the middle.
What do you mean? Oh, I can't be because there's 3 of us.
Yeah, no, but yeah, you can grab and drag it like that. So put yourself in the middle.
I can't. It won't let me.
Like that.
All right. I'll take it. But anyway, so they go to the desert because the idea is that the desert kingdom holds like the location essentially of like a recording device that they can like play a recording from the old Atlantean king. Mm-hmm. They go there, and then it turns out that like he has the location. So they find like roughly the location. So anyway, so the trench attack happens, and they end up in the center of the earth apparently. And I'm like, okay. And then that's when essentially Aquaman discovers his mother's still alive, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. And so he has to fight the Kraken, and I love the way they do this. They could have done a generic fight where he like subdues the Kraken, but because he can talk to fish, he actually is able to like communicate with the creature and says, "Stop! Look, I'm no leader. I'm not the king." But it's like this trident is all my friends have left. So it's like if that's not enough, then screw you.
So you saying Arthur Curry? I hear you can talk to fish.
Why are you referencing that version?
I hear you
of
can talk to
Justice League?
fish.
Why are you referencing that version? You know what?
Why did you say that name?
It was from Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. That was a Justice League one.
And there it says Arthur Curry, the Aquaman, and then it just cuts.
Okay.
You talk to Fitz just to add a little corny.
Remember? Can you talk to fish? The ocean does the talking, and I go, what?
By the way,
I
want to tell Andy something. And before you say anything, yes, there was an Aquaman game. It stunk.
Yeah, exactly. So there has been an Aquaman game,
but it stunk.
Yeah, that's why no one references it.
Don't try and bring up an example. Well, Aquaman's had a game and Wonder Woman has it. That's not very good praise.
Because if it's a game that stunk, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's more damaging to everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so continuing on, it's like, so then you get to like, so Aquaman, so he finally has the opportunity to like tear it out of the Atlan corpse's hands, and he does so. And I like where you see that like it's changing his DNA, and like now it's amplifying his powers. Then he emerges in the gold suit, which this was one of the best translations from page to screen
because they made it literally scales. They made it scales like it's supposed to.
Yeah,
I think that's why. I think because the comic design is so practical. It's not like, oh, it's fabric or whatever.
It's fabric or Kevlar or anything like that. No, it's literally
scales.
It's literally chainmail or something like that. So you could definitely that's relatively easy. And the way they got the coloring right, everything was good. And then, so on the Orm side, he's trying to so he could declare war on the surface and be declared ocean master if he has the loyalty and control the armies of all of the kingdoms. So he's been traveling around, conquering each one. The last one is like the crustacean kingdom. I forget exactly what it was called in the movie.
I'm looking it up.
All right. But essentially, right at the last second before he can take out the king of that kingdom, Aquaman is riding the Kraken.
Yep. By the way, we're forgetting about Black Manta.
Oh yeah, we also have Black Manta. This is the origin. This is actually the comics accurate origin for Black Manta, because in the comics it was particularly the New 52. Arthur showed up and was like
either intentionally or accidental. That goes back and forth.
Yeah, killed David's father, and then David became Black Manta and has a vendetta against Arthur. That's what that's from. And then we have the suit again, another fantastically adapted suit. Oh wow, that actually worked.
And also let's not forget about how did the Atlanteans find out? Dr. Shin, that's the New 52 edition. So of course,
exactly. So
I just want to point that out as well, because I just looked it up. Dr. Shin.
Well, it's like this movie was very clearly and taking elements from both Peter David and Jeff Johns.
Yep. Like, what do you expect? Jeff was the one who provided the story.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's a story by.
Yeah, exactly. So so there's the battle, and then I like this scene where Arthur is supposed to go fight Orm, and he asks Mara, like, what if I can't beat him? And then Mara goes, last time you were in his element. This time, make him fight you in yours. In other words, bring him into the surface world. And I really dig that. We get the awesome, first off, the shots in this movie, particularly at this moment where they land, and I go, oh, it's so gorgeous.
I love how Ocean Master is a dreaded title.
Yeah, because it's a war title. It's not just like, that's my supervillain name.
No, I prefer that. I prefer it where it's this way, where it's like, oh,
dun dun dun, and I'm like, yeah,
it's a rank.
I like that. Oh, and I like where Orm finds out that Vulko was helping Aquaman, and he goes, yeah, Arthur's already twice the king you'll ever be.
Mm-hmm.
I dig that. So then
I also love Orm is not an evil guy.
No, it's like he's just trying to protect his people.
But going overboard.
He's going way overboard. There's a scene earlier in the movie where, as a first strike, he launches a massive tidal wave that brings Navy ships onto the shore and floods. He dumped all the trash That's the other thing that this movie did really well. The amount of like the CGI in this movie looks amazing.
And I think Patrick Wilson was incredible as Orm.
Oh yeah, exactly. And the other thing,
hey, he was great. Hey, in fact, we have Night Owl as Ocean Master.
Yeah, exactly. In the witness protection program. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. But so by DC Life says love Patrick Wilson's performance. Yeah, his operatic yelling was a bit much. It may have gone a little too far occasionally, a little bit, but for the most part, I was like, okay. By
the way, funny up, you know, he was the uncredited. I mean, he was the voice of the President of the United States in BVS.
Really?
Yep, he was the voice.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
I just looked it up. Yeah, he was the voice.
Think about it. Oh my gosh, yes, he was. Oh my god.
Hey, come on, and he seems to be a favorite actor of Zach.
Oh yeah, exactly. And I'm like, actually, I could see him playing the president at one point. That'd be interesting.
But just a voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, we had Dolph Lundgren as Nereus.
Yeah, which here's the other funny part in the comics. Nereus is not Mera's father; he's her husband.
Oy!
All right, so Teladia, how much of Mera's origin do you know?
Only New 52 from the New 52 stuff.
How much of that do you know?
A little bit.
Okay, here's what happened. And for everyone that doesn't know, so Mera comes from a colony called Zebel. It's essentially like the Australia of Atlantis in that it's a penal colony. So it was the idea she was originally sent by her husband, King Nereus, to kill Arthur. But what happened is that she met Arthur and started to fall in love with him and learned he's not like this evil person that like we thought he was. Then she was banished by Nereus. So then obviously she fell in love with Arthur. There would later be a story near the end of the Jeff Johns run where Nereus would return and try and claim Mera, which obviously that ended up swimmingly for him. But but that was the one change where I didn't know this, by the way, because I read the Jeff Johns run obviously after seeing the movie. So I'm like, oh really? I'm not sure how you feel about that. I'm like, okay, but I'm like, I can see what they want to do. And by the way, I love the scene where he obviously Arthur is also commanding the trench, and all the Atlanteans are like he wields King Atlan's trident. He commands the sea, and then King Nereus is like, then that half-breed is your king.
Yep.
Because that's their tradition. It's like, no, anyone wielding the Trident of Atlan is the king of Atlantis.
Right.
So I really, 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 because that excuses so everyone automatically turns on Orm. No, because it's part of their tradition. So like it gets around that. But anyway, back to the actual fight. I love the way that all the shots are framed, the slow motion rain. Obviously, I love slow motion. I'm a Zack Snyder fan. And then the B plot is like Aquaman. When they show the flashback to Aquaman learning how to fight with a trident, Vulko does the spinning move and says, when you master this, you are ready to be king. And then what does Arthur do?
Yep. By the way, Defoe.
Defoe was great in this. Like, oh my god, he comes across as like a surrogate father figure in a lot of roles. So I'm like, that really works. He goes, I'm something of a merman myself.
I'm something of a scientist myself.
Yeah, I love the visuals, the design of the different kingdoms. It was like Star Wars but underwater. Yeah, and that's the thing that
that was the best part about it.
Yeah, you really wanted to get Atlantis right if you're doing an Aquaman, because that is like really important to doing an Aquaman movie right. Bro, that trying is stupid powerful. It did one-shot Clark, by the way. Well, here's the wait, in which continuity?
Yeah.
And
again, it's magic.
Yeah, it's magic, so that explains it.
It's more about the fact that it's magic more than its power.
Yeah, exactly. But so, and then Aquaman essentially cuts Orm's trident in half and like holds him at Trident's point, because the tradition is you're supposed to kill him, and then he goes, "I'm not from here. I'm not just gonna kill you." And then everyone sees the queen is alive. and then Arthur is crowned king of Atlantis, and everything is all good. Do you think they made Aquaman stronger than Wonder Woman? No.
One's a demigod.
They made them equal.
Well, Wonder Woman even more strong because remember, she's the daughter of Zeus.
That's what I'm saying. She's a demigod.
Yes, he is like. Yes, he has like Atlantean powers because he's half Atlantean. But when you compare it to being half god, that is vastly different power levels. Now, if they actually, that would be cool if they ever fought. But beyond that, I mean, Aquaman could take a bazooka. It was a grenade launcher, and it's like it didn't. Oh yeah, it did directly hit him. So could Wonder Woman though, and she blocked it. So it's still fine. But it's like again, this is also the Wonder Woman that took a headbutt from Superman to the head and was fine. He lifted a submarine out of the water. Wonder Woman could do that as well. But anyway. Continuing on, it's like, so then the movie wraps up. So overall, this was the first time since Wonder Woman, because remember, here's the context of this movie, why it's also really significant that it like destroyed at the box office and the critics. This was after Justice League. So it's like, it's essentially like releasing a game after Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. It's like, there's a chance that people are going to be checked out and go, no, I'm done. But it's like, this movie had a good word of mouth and it also had the China release.
By the way, you know what, in a lot of ways, I think Jeff used the movie to do that Rise of the Seven Seas story he never got to.
I would imagine that. Yeah, exactly.
Because seriously, remember, that was the setup at the end of his run. Never got to it.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't be surprised. The other thing that this did really well is like, yes, it's still like was very fantastical, but for some reason it still felt pretty grounded.
By the way, actually, that was intentional. Apparently, according to people who have sources, it was stuff from his Rise of the Seven Seas, and it shows.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, okay, that works really well. That works really well. I really dug that. Now, originally, if you look at the concept art, there was supposed to be some scenes that at least were concept arted that we were going to see like Batman flying into like Gotham as it's under attack by like Atlanteans and the Flying Fox. We have the what's the tank called? The Walker tank in the Snyder
War Machine.
The point is, it's like that tank thing. No, I mean the crab walker that was going up walls.
That's the Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler, yeah. I mean, we would have seen it. I'm not sure if that was actually in the script, but at least it was concept arted. So that's the point there. So I'm like, okay, the Wonder Woman game could have been the Aquaman of and you know what? No. Wait. She's right about that because I was saying that. Even I was saying that.
It could have been, but we don't know.
We don't know again because for
it
all we know,
but looks good don't mean anything.
For all we, exactly. For all we know, it could have come out and looked because remember, Suicide Squad looked good. So it's like just because it looks good and just because like Gail Simone says it was good, she's not the best person to take advice on when it comes to Wonder Woman. Yeah, remember how it moved in Justice League or in the Snyder Cut because it was in both? Yeah, exactly. But it's like, so with that. But overall, it's like, so let me ask you guys this. What's your all's favorite scene from the movie? I'll start with Robert.
I thought the Atlanta kicking butt.
Yeah, that was fun. And the way the camera moved, like it's all one shot.
And it sets up, you think she's going to get killed or captured. You're like, nope.
And
then her husband runs over, grabs the trident. Here. There would be a battle couple. This set up Arthur and Mira.
Yeah, exactly. It did. It
shows Aquaman's family are great battle couples.
Yeah, exactly. How about you, Teladia?
I would have to say for me, it has to be the return of the true king.
Oh, that too.
Where he emerges on the crack and he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
That was so cool. And like where he summons all the fish and like these sharks, the Atlanteans are riding turn on them. Then you have like an army of fish coming at them. Yeah, that was cool.
Yep.
I like that. And like and I gotta say, one of my favorite scenes is yes, the D1 True King. Also, where Mira falls in that wine cellar.
Oh.
And she uses the wine as like spears. I'm like, okay, that is really creative.
Again, I'll say this: Amber Heard really sold it.
Yeah, she was a good Mira.
She's a crummy human being, but she's a good actress.
Yeah, she was good as Mira, and that's always even.
I don't think anyone ever questions her acting chops.
No, it's like even in Aquaman 2, she's good as Mira.
Exactly. No one's gonna ever question her acting chops as everything else about her.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like I also love Ocean Master and his motivation to be a villain, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I also love in the arena battle where you have Topo on the drums.
Yep,
that's really good. I thought Amber Heard acted really well until the people of Atlantis, here is your king. I thought that was horrible. That line.
Yeah, you're allowed one bad take.
Mm-hmm.
Come on,
yeah, okay,
Kal-El, no.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like even the Snyder cut, if you notice, it didn't. It seems to me they sped that line up.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Kal-El, no, cut. There you go. But I'm like, yeah, it's like, but regardless, I like the way Mira's written in this. I liked again. I gotta say, I loved Jason Momoa as Arthur.
Yes.
I think he did a great job as Arthur.
He most definitely
Even though it's like, and it's kind of funny, this is the one time where you could argue that the movie deviated from the source material, but improved the source material.
Yep. Again, with the stuff with Atlanta.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, all of this, because here's the thing. Here's this movie's greatest strength. It felt epic.
It did.
And that's what because a good portion of Aquaman stories, particularly the ones that take place exclusively in Atlantis, deal a lot with that.
Mm-hmm. So if I had to give this a score though, out of 10, it would probably be a 9.5.
Yep. I agree with you on that one. It's near perfect. It's really good. And I like, again, it just says, remember when you fought Steppenwolf? So it's like either one is canon to this. Obviously, we know officially the Snyder Cut is the canon Justice League movie. So it's like, all right, but I'm saying back in the day, particularly after the Snyder Cut came out, because everyone was asking that, it's like, no, either one works.
Mm-hmm.
And I really dig that because it didn't tie in, because this was when the DCEU started doing something where I'm like, okay, I kind of like this, where it was like,
you had Shazam. Question: are we going to cover Shazam?
Of course, we're covering every DC.
That's what I just wanted to check.
That's next week's.
I just wanted to check.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing: this is doing what James Gunn is kind of doing now, where it's like we're going to reference the events of the previous movie in a throwaway line, like the Metropolis incident, but we're not going to dwell on it.
Exactly.
Like that's the way you do it. And then obviously, as soon as you get your act together on what you want the main plot to be, you can start referencing that. But so you can have releasing movies, because Aquaman doesn't have to directly contribute to it. And but here's the funny part: this movie also did Zach's plan, because the Aquaman movie that Zach had planned is he becomes the king of Atlantis.
Yep.
So it's like even if he came back, Arthur is still set up to do that plot.
Exactly.
So I'm like, that was really cool. But yeah, I agree, 9.5. How about you, Robert?
Yes, agreed, 9.5. So close to 10.
Yeah, it's so good. And again, here's the other part. This had a lot of humor in it, but it wasn't obnoxious humor.
No.
Not once was I like, oh, shut up. No, all of it was really good. I really liked it. And this movie is the reason why I became an Aquaman fan, because it's like this in Justice League, but this solidified it, because it's like, and it's the reason why I have that statue over there. Obviously, why I have this, but it's because I like first off, the Aquaman's another god character, but I like I've always loved the King Arthur story, and obviously, I mean, his name is even Arthur, and he takes a magic weapon out of essentially a stone in order to become king of a kingdom. So I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing there. And Juan was really good also. Again, to our point about this, feel like Star Wars, at giving each like kingdom their own unique look.
Yep.
Like, so well done. And the visual effects of this still hold up. And it's like, by the way, their hair is all CGI, by the way, when they're underwater at least.
Or enhanced anyway.
No, it's like their hair is literally slicked back into essentially a ponytail. And then like the hair that we actually see is because you need to make it look like the hair is underwater and floating.
By the way, you want to know what that reminds me of?
What?
You guys ever seen the Bond movie, For Your Eyes Only?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
You know the underwater sequence, at least when you had the actress there and it was up close? That wasn't underwater.
It wasn't?
The actress could not go underwater.
Oh.
They faked it using, slow motion, blowing their hair with high wind, and then added little animated bubbles.
That's cool.
Yeah, but you couldn't tell at all.
You really couldn't tell. NJ asked, does he even have other villains other than Ocean Master and Black Manta?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot. It's like we've been dealing with one right now in the Adams book.
Exactly. I'm just trying to gather up the list of them right now. I mean, yeah, you have the trench and everything, but
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's a lot of Aquaman villains on that. What would have been?
Oh yeah,
cool,
you have fishermen, you have the scavenger, the dead king
shark. What would have been cool, Robert, for a plot of like a third Aquaman movie, if they wanted to do that, or even a second one, is the Others.
Yep.
Because tell me this version of Aquaman would not fit with the Others.
Yep. But you talk about a villain that sounds so stupid, but they've actually made scary, the fishermen.
Yeah, exactly. Barry, so Teladia, so you know, in Jeff Johns' run, it was retconned that before Arthur became Aquaman, he was a member of a team that was made up of a bunch of other people that like they did kill people and stuff, and that's honestly where Ocean Master factors in because I think it's like Black Manta, because it's like they contributed to the death of Black Manta's father, so Manta hunts down and kills every single one of them one by one, and then Arthur starts to doubt if he's worthy as king because he killed this dude's father, and Mara's like, no, wear your uniform with pride.
Okay, that's interesting. I'll have to check that out.
Yep, it's all Jeff Johns' run, which is so good.
Yep. And hey, you know what else was in Jeff Johns' run that was used in the movies?
What?
In the second one, Atlan.
Oh yeah, and the Dark Trident.
Exactly. Now, that's more for the next movie, but still.
No, but still, it's like again, because and that's the other thing as a new 52 fan, why I love Snyderverse. There's a lot of new 52 in this.
Yeah, you had Graham McTavish play him for his brief appearance in this movie.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, overall.
By the way, that was Loki from Hulk vs. Thor.
Oh, really?
That's the guy who played Atlan.
I did not know that.
Yep, that's the one. Rise, cursed hammer. I know that. Seriously, one of my favorite Loki voices, period.
Yeah. What do you want to say, Teladia?
So is there anything else you want to add to Aquaman, or do you think?
Yeah, we can start wrapping up if you guys want. But
overall, this is one of the peak of the DCEU.
Yeah, this is a shining jewel that holds up really well.
And I still say Aquaman, even when it's going to be a while till we get to it, but I'll say this. This is so good that even the follow-up was not a bad note to end on, except for the post-credit scene. But I mean, overall.
Yeah, it's like, here's the thing. Going on to the sequel for Aquaman. It's like, here, it's not as good as this one.
No.
But compared to the other stuff that came out that year, it's amazing.
And again, it's probably a better note to end on.
Yeah, it's like okay, it came out or it came out well.
That was the last one, right?
Yeah, it was the last DCEU.
Yeah, that was a good note to end on. That was at least a good note to end on.
There's a reason why I got the poster for it on my door.
Again,
right there.
the post-credit scene notwithstanding.
The post-credit scene sucked, but I'm like, okay.
So I was going to bring this up. This film,
is
the definitive Aquaman origin, like the definitive origin film for Aquaman.
No argument.
I wouldn't be surprised if when they inevitably do a DCU Aquaman movie, they take inspiration from this. I wouldn't be surprised. NJ asks, is Martian Manhunter the only one who has only one among heroes villain?
No. Martian Manhunter has had others. He had the Human Flame.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Flame Bomb.
Yeah, he has the fire thing. It's like arguably anyone with a match is Martian Manhunter's villain.
Yeah. Wait, is that villain like Malakat? I think. Are you thinking about the villain from Brightest Day?
Yeah, and by the way, DC Life says, and what's the point of Aquaman's cameo in The Flash? The way I kind of took that as now, it's to establish that like Barry got back to off screen, got back to his Earth.
Right. Oh, by the way, just to make a correction, that was Martian Manhunter's younger brother.
Yeah, because originally the original ending of The Flash was like he was going to end up on a different Earth that was similar to ours. In other words, like Momoa plays Aquaman, Godot and Cavill still play their roles, but it was like slightly changed. Obviously, with Keaton being Batman. Yeah, exactly. But it's like now the way I kind of take it is off screen. He got back to the main Earth.
Yeah.
Because it's like, even if you pay attention to the dialogue with Momoa, it's like he establishes that, like, yeah, I went to all these different worlds and there's like all these different versions. So there was like a journey that was involved in that. So I'm like, all right, fine. Because obviously they weren't going to do the main plot of like what would have been Flash 2, which was him getting back to the main Earth.
Right.
Which I kind of wish they did, but I can see why they didn't want to do that. But it's like, yeah, again, it's like overall pretty good. So next week we are going to be talking about Shazam. That's the one it's going to be. Yeah, exactly. Which another Jeff Johns project.
Again, these are the two that Jeff Johns got started, and who got the credit? Hamada.
Yeah, I know.
He got all the credit for this because that's what happened. The next person comes in and they don't even care about who got it started. They care about who's there when it releases.
And then after that, oh God, after Shazam comes Birds of Prey.
You mean the emancipation of one Harley Quinn?
And before you ask, no, we're going to cover it because we're covering every DCEU movie, but it's like,
now, question.
Horrible piece of
Should we count Blue Beetle on this since he's more closer now to being DCU?
It's a good question. What do you guys think?
I say I'm good either way, but that is a good question because there's nothing in there that cements it in DCEU, and Gunna said it's pretty much DCU.
I say we skip it.
All right.
I would agree.
I mean, it's a good movie. Really good movie.
No, it's good, but it's like we're talking about the ones that are explicitly DCEU. Like, obviously, we'll talk about.
Obviously, when it was made and came out, it was supposed to be, but there's so much of a vaguity now.
Yeah, obviously, we'll talk about Black Adam, Flash, and Aquaman 2, obviously, with those, because those are explicitly in there.
And MJ, yes, we know.
Well, yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, that's
here's
the
thing, though.
Talk about.
Aside from the movie, Jeff has not ever done a solo Wonder Woman story.
Project, yeah, exactly.
Except for maybe like a few short stories here and there. Like, he did the short story that led right into, in Wonder Woman 600, that led right into JMS's run.
Yeah, so it's
which wasn't bad, but it was a short story.
But again, but you know who else wrote Wonder Woman 1984? Patty Jenkins.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yep. So who wasn't involved with the writing?
Heinberg.
Who
and Zack Snyder.
for story developing. Yes,
that's the funny part. It's like I got heat back in the day when we were covering 1984. It's like, why are you like discounting like the director as a reason why the first movie did well? And I said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm saying that I'm looking at what changed in between Wonder Woman 1 and Wonder Woman 2. The Zack Snyder influence was explicitly taken out.
It's good, but it could be better.
It's one of the changes. I'm not saying that was the main reason why it flopped. I'm just saying that's one of the reasons why you could definitely tell we can definitely see a decrease in quality.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, yes, we will cover Wonder Woman 1984. That's going to drive me
obviously.
Yeah, go ahead, Teladia.
Life can be good,
but it can be better.
I need that drop. I need that.
That's what I was trying to. I'll get it for you, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, so Birds of Prey. Oh my god, I can't believe.
Okay, I'll say there's one. The only thing I will over give props. Two things I will say I will give props.
Huntress.
3 things. Huntress, Margot Robbie's performance, and the action.
Well, here's the thing. Margot Robbie's being Harley Quinn goes all the way back to Suicide Squad.
Well, I know, but I'm saying her performance even in this.
There's
the action.
There is a movie we have to cover.
What?
That you have to cover. Personally, the Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because
that is DCEU.
It's both, but it's also explicitly EU. That counts. I'll cover that for sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. By the way, I got the clip. I'm sending it to you. I'm DMing it to you.
DC Life says NJ says she liked DCEU Dinah. My one problem with that version of Dinah is she only used her powers once and got knocked out because she used her powers. So that's the thing. You know what's the worst part of Birds of Prey?
What?
Take a guess, Robert.
Cassandra Cain?
Yes.
Isn't it? You know what? Tristan once told me an alternative she had to how you can undo it. Have it be. It's all like her actual memories are blocked off, and what we had was a false persona. Then somehow those memories start to come back and override her other self, and she starts to talk less. She starts to be able to pull off moves. She has no idea how she's doing it.
But it's like, oh god.
So basically, they literally in story override the old version.
They could. They could have.
They just slapped the name on there.
Thing. I love
one more thing that also worked.
Yeah.
Black Mask.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Here was the sad part about Birds of Prey for me. I love Dinah as a character, and I love Huntress as a character. And I'm like, how are they attached to this stupid movie?
Yep.
But anyway, so the order is gonna be it's Shazam 1, Birds of Prey, Shazam 2.
Wait, really?
Yeah, hang on.
That's Shazam 2 is next on the list.
I'll get a more firm order. Actually, no. So it's Shazam, Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah, you almost skipped it.
I almost did. And then we already covered the Snyder cut, so we're not going to cover that. The Suicide Squad,
Black Adam,
Shazam 2, The Flash, and then Aquaman.
Yep. By the way, yeah, because I was saying Shazam 2, that's a lot of movies in between. Even I.
Shazam 2, another movie that was actually really good, but got screwed over by them announcing a reboot.
That and also The Rock.
Well, here's the other thing. Again, they could have made up for it if they rewrote it and said, "Hey, let's make this a Wonder Woman Shazam team up because it's called Fury of the Gods."
Agreed.
I'm like, what?
But we'll get there. So overall, we really have 1, 2, 3 actual stinkers. Oh no,
yeah,
3 or 4, depending on how you look at Black Adam.
Well, 3 or 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm talking about what we have left to cover is what I mean.
No, but I'm saying out of all of this stuff, because so far all of the DCEU movies we covered have been met to good. So I'm going to do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hang on. How many films were in the
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14.
15.
15. That's if you count Blue Beetle.
Yeah. So, okay. So 14. So 4 out of 14. That's a pretty good ratio.
That is a pretty good ratio.
That's the thing. Can I say this? People act like the DCEU is all crap.
I would say that it's not crap, but divisiveness is not always a good thing.
I understand that, but it's like no one gives it credit for what it did.
Oh no, I will acknowledge that. I will definitely.
And by the way, this has nothing to do with bashing James Gunn's DCU because you can like both. I want to be clear on this. You can like both.
Both.
Like we do.
Both is good.
Like we do. But it's like, I'm just like, no, give it the credit it deserves. You can criticize it all you want. I'm totally fine with it. There's plenty to criticize. Cassandra Cain being one of them. But it's like, look, you can't say, I'm against saying something's all crap. Oh, and also Cheetah. Cheetah was wasted in that
I will
movie.
say this. When it was about Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
That proved the one person you blame for Flash was the writer.
So
Same writer.
I was gonna say this.
Yeah.
I think we should keep this discussion for when the movies that we talk about, or the movies we talk about.
Well, yeah.
We're gonna get to them.
Yeah, we will. It's just all I was trying to establish is that there's more good to great movies than there are crap DCEU movies. That's the point I was trying to make, because again, and that's why I'm going through these, because it's like, look, it was the old WB execs who were awful. That's also the key point. It got hampered by bad management.
By the way, I just realized a plot thread that never got wrapped up or extended on. The bonus little short, Eda's mission, and the Blu-ray release of Wonder Woman.
Actually, it did. Justice League.
But we didn't see anything directly about her involvement.
Well, you could assume the Germans found the box in World War II.
It never got brought. It's what I'm saying is, like, they're trying to find the remainder of the Wonder Men to find involving the Mother Box, but it's like, but the Mother Box already with the Amazons. What is her mission?
Mm-hmm. Well, no. One of the boxes was with the Amazons.
Right.
The box of man, remember, that they discovered.
Oh, right.
I count it being resolved as the cyborg flashback where he's explaining where the box came from.
All right.
Yeah, but by the way, before we wrap up, I'm gonna say this one thing: the Suicide Squad for the project it's adapting, pretty good.
Yeah.
For what it's adapting, because it's like it's a Suicide Squad movie.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so yeah, I think we'll wrap it up there. So Robert, where can we find you? What have you got coming out on your channel?
Link down below. You can find me as I go over with Pro Teachers Do. My Bond retrospective. We just started the Daniel Craig movies.
Mm-hmm.
Then once that, it's going to be coming up October. I've got a bunch of horror, spooky games that I'm going to be going over.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Teladia, how about you?
You guys can check me on YouTube at Teladia Plays. What I got coming up on my channel is I've just recently uploaded my reaction to the Wolverine video game, and I'll also be discussing about 007 First Light, and I've got a video talking about Lego Batman. And I've done a video about all the details you need to know. That video is already up, and expect some more future streams talking about Peacemaker. I've already done one stream on it, so in 3 weeks' time, I'll be discussing the last 3 episodes in the spoiler stream.
Okay. Okay. And then as for Comics League, at 9 p.m. tonight, Britt and I are going to be going live. We're going to be comparing Superman, Wonder Woman to Scott and Big Barda, talk about the other character, Tom King Ruin. And then in terms of Wonder Woman, Amazon Answers, I'm going to be talking about the Jimenez run. For Wonder Woman Wednesday, I'm going to be giving a full analysis on the Zeus origin, why it was done, why it makes sense it was done, and why I get why it was done. It may not have been the best way to go. Hey, what's up, Jack? And in terms of obviously, as I said, next week's movie night is Shazam, and yeah. So stay heroic, everyone. Remember, Lois Lane is Lois Lane, and Steve Trevor belongs in a hydraulic press. Zoe is the Max about for life. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.